Yes, ma'am.
Ooh. Here we go. 3, 2. Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Earth Station One podcast. That's right, folks. We are here, and we're going to do a full video episode tonight. And this is you folks on YouTube are going to be in for a treat because you're actually going to be able to see what we're doing tonight fully, because we are doing our holiday gift guide. That's right, for 2022, folks. It is the annual holiday gift guide, and you know what? We got some great stuff coming to you, and YouTube people will actually be able to follow along and see the gifts because we're going to be screen sharing and everything. But you folks at home, don't worry. We will have URLs in the show notes, so you'll be able to see everyone's gifts also. So, I think it's pretty awesome that we're going to be doing this again. And it's one of our favorite episodes that we do every year. And we got a great crew to join us, of course. Of course, we have Mr. Mike Gordon with us.
Howdy and happy holidays. I cannot believe that they're here already.
It's crazy. It just feels like we were at Dragon Con, 2 weeks ago or something. It literally feels like this year is just flying by.
I mean, it always, this time of year always goes by so fast. I cannot believe that we're at this point now. But so for a lot of people who the year has gone by as fast, if you're looking for cool gift ideas, hopefully we can help you out.
Very much so. And we've got a great crew to join us tonight. Of course, let's say hi to our regulars who usually come up for the holiday gift guide. Of course, Richard is here. Welcome back, my friend.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I'm a little late, but thank you for hanging out and hanging on to the hope of me showing up tonight.
We had the holiday hope. We were wishing at the big star in the sky. Richard's going to be here. Richard's going to be here.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. We're very glad to have you
Thank
back,
you.
my friend.
Yeah, I love being on the show and I love this episode, so I can't wait to talk about it.
And of course, Mary Ogle returns for this segment too.
Hi, everybody. It is fantastic to be here.
It seems like a total, like you're here almost every year for this. It's almost like a tradition. When we talk about holiday gifts, poof, Mary pops up on the station. It's pretty awesome.
It's like magic. You let me out of the airlock.
Well, exactly. We move you over from the Earth Station Who side and bring you in. It's pretty awesome.
Exactly.
It's great to have you. And returning again, it's been since 2014?
It's
since
been
Kevin.
8. I am not a tradition here on the Holiday Gift Guide show. Yes, it's been 8 years, but great to be back.
It is awesome to have you, Kevin. And, it's great to be able to talk holidays with you guys and gifts, because it's neat to get so many different opinions, because geeks can define so many different things. And that's the cool thing about it. Each one has our own point of view. And we also have various gifts that we're going to be talking about. And, when we made the list for you guys at home, we are basically said, have 2 extra just in case we cross. And it's pretty awesome because I don't think we've ever really did have a duplicate so far on the show. Over the years we've done this. So
I can't recall. Maybe we did the year Kevin was on, and that's why we didn't ask him to come on.
Kevin was blacklisted after that.
I took my socks gift that one year.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we asked Kevin back because I think all he wanted was a subscription to Dynamite magazine, and we didn't have the heart. We didn't have the heart to tell him that it's been canceled for how many years now?
I've had 8 long years to come up with a decent gift suggestion, and we'll see how I did.
Everything was gifts for chickens.
Exactly.
That was
and coffee. And coffee.
Please, keep the coffee coming for the holidays, please.
Exactly. Now we just need to get him a running guide, but he's an expert with that, so it's cool.
By the way, speaking of coffee and chickens, you can see on camera I have a coffee mug here with the
big chicken,
the Georgia big chicken on the
that
mug.
is awesome.
Yes, so coffee.
So I'm guessing that it is now officially not iced coffee season.
It is no longer iced coffee season especially here in Massachusetts. That is correct.
Unless you're having coffee outside with the ice.
There's
and
plenty
snow.
of ice available outside. Coffee is inside. We're trying to keep them separate now for the winter.
That is awesome. Well, I remember one year you and Cornflake had a bet going, and she got to drink iced coffee all year round.
Yeah, my co-host Cornflake on the Flopcast, she drinks iced coffee all year because she's Cornflake. She's a character, and yeah, I lost a bet, and I had to provide her with iced coffee all year, all through the winter that one year. That's back when we used to get together in person. Now I only see her on Zoom, and so she's on her own. She can drink whatever she wants. Not
I
my
think that's only
problem
fair.
anymore.
I think it's
Yeah.
only fair.
Yeah.
I totally think so. Well, that's awesome, kids. It's awesome. It's going to be great to be able to talk about all this great holiday stuff with you. And we also want to hear from you guys at home. Please write us feedback@earthstation1.com. We definitely would love to hear what you have to say. What kind of gifts are you guys looking forward to? You know, we have so many different things we're going to be talking about tonight. And, you know, these are just suggestions. You know, if you want to know what we personally want, read between the lines, folks. You might find something here once or twice. So definitely
Everything.
We want it all.
That's the whole point of doing this, right? We're just telling people what we want.
I
Of
just quote
course.
Sally. I say, all I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
Exactly.
That's right.
Maybe 10s and 20s.
10s and 20s would be good. Yes.
That's always a good thing. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Also, you know, remember, we do now have a YouTube channel, folks. Folks are watching us. Folks are paying attention. And you know what? We've got a great, great audience up there. We're building our subscribers up there on our YouTube for Earth Station One. So thank you for those who are paying
Press
attention.
subscribe. Press the subscribe button. I think
Press
it's down there somewhere.
Somewhere
There
down
it
there.
is.
Subscribe, and also, you know, hit the like button. Thumbs up is always a great thing. So definitely like and subscribe, as the people on YouTube like to say. So definitely, please do that. And also, if you just want to listen and be traditional and listen to us on audio, we are available wherever fine podcasts are found. So you know what? Just look up Earth Station One. We could be found up there too. And you know, you don't get to see our pretty faces and such, but you know, it's just as nice to be able to see us and listen to us. So it's pretty cool. So with that being said, you know, let's hop in. You guys ready to hop into our thing, Mikey? Ready to do round
Let's
one?
do it. Let's
All right.
do it.
Let's
Let's
go.
find out where what everybody has for ideas for the geeks in their lives for our holiday guide. I guess Kevin, since you haven't been here for a while, we will start with you. Now, keep in mind, people who are watching this, we have never really attempted to do all of this like share screen stuff and all this. So this is very much a work in progress. So you know, be patient with us. Is what
It's
I'm
an
saying.
experiment.
Yeah, some things there may be little bumps in this holiday road.
Everybody's frantically closing the porn windows on their computers right now. Right?
I mean, I was trying to give people enough time to do that.
Or frantically opening them, depending
Or
on
frantically
the
opening them, yes,
Am I
either way.
that I'm opening mine?
So yeah. So I don't know if you know.
We'll
don't know
see
how
how this
YouTube
goes.
feels
All
about
right,
it.
I'm up first, Mike. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Yes, you are up
Okay.
first.
Go, Kevin.
All right, let's do this. Well, I'm just going to go cards on the table right now. All of my gift suggestions this year are books.
Ooh.
Always
I'm
a
going.
good choice.
I'm going all
Yeah,
books this year. I like giving books. I like getting books. They're easy to wrap. I'm terrible at gift wrapping. And it's a nice simple shape when it comes to my clumsy wrapping capabilities. And all right, so I'm going to do the share screen. And well, you can see on video, I've got a picture of Mr. Yankovic on the wall behind me, and that ties in with the first book I have to suggest. If the share screen works, let's try it.
Survey says, boom. Kevin has
And
started. Yes.
Woo, it works.
Ooh, very
Awesome.
nice.
Yay.
this
Have
is
you
the
gotten yours yet?
illustrated owl. No, I believe it's going to be under the tree this year for me. I think. I
Nice.
hope. But yeah, this is the illustrated owl. It's
Yes.
a new book, The Songs of Weird Al Yankovic.
But
And
illustrated by each one's illustrated by a different artist.
it's like
It-
And
comic
there's
book
a
stories.
lot of great,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot
Oh,
of
that
great
is
artists associated with it.
Yeah, they've
Oh, yeah.
taken Weird Al songs, and each comic book artist, cartoonist has illustrated it like a
That
comic
is
story.
awesome.
And yeah,
Wow.
a bunch of different artists. And Peter Bagg is a favorite of mine. The guy
Oh.
who did Hate
Mhm.
back in the 90s, and such a cool, very distinctive artist. He did one. Bill Plimpton, that freaky animator, Bill Plimpton is involved.
Yeah.
Some of the
Oh.
artists from Mad Magazine are involved. So I know this is going to be a beautiful book. Looking forward to it. The foreword is written by Emo Phillips.
Oh God,
Wow.
that's
Probably
awesome.
That
worth
is
the
so
cost of
cool.
admission right there.
I was gonna say that's worth it.
Yep.
So looking
Oh,
forward to this one.
that is awesome. Yeah, I ordered mine as soon as they made the announcement about this one. And it was just like, yep, can't wait to get it. And actually, we just got an email from the publisher today saying that they're slightly delayed, but it will be under everyone's Christmas tree, as they said.
All right.
Yeah, Z2 does they handle a lot of comics for a lot of different artists and musicians. And I have gotten a Joan Jett book of theirs with
Oh, cool.
a lot of her songs from different
Oh,
artists.
cool.
And I'm waiting on a couple of others, but this one is definitely one that and Weird Al just lends
Wow.
himself to wonderfully cartoonish art. I think the songs lend themselves that way, so this is going to be really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hope they have Nature Trail to Hell. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I wonder, do we know if it's just his original songs? I would imagine, because the parodies would have to be, I don't know if they're allowed to do parodies, are they?
I mean, they're his words.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I'm sure they could. I have not seen an actual list of what the songs are, which artists are doing which songs. So
No,
it'll be
the
a
only one
surprise when I
the
get
only
it.
one I knew was the Peter Bagg one. Why does this always happen to me?
Right.
Because I've
Mhm.
seen I've seen a couple pages of it,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah. So that one is a Weird Al original. I don't know if some of them are parodies or what, but I guess we shall see.
Yeah, he's got enough original songs that
Oh,
you could
sure.
fill a book. So
That is awesome. Very cool, Kevin. That's a great first one.
It's all downhill from
Absolutely.
here.
Oh yeah.
And I love the fact that you are giving out books. It'll be interesting. I think a couple of mine are books, so we'll see if there's a little bit of crossover there. But books are great just because a lot of people don't buy books for themselves.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I do.
On video, if you see what's behind Mike,
Yeah,
it's a lot of books.
exactly. Yeah.
And tiki mugs.
People don't usually buy me books, but for that reason. But I do find that they are, there's something special about getting a book. I think, for me anyway.
Most people do digital, so like when you give them a paperback, it's kind of cool, or hardback. I think that's really
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
special. It's more special than it used to be.
Mhm.
Yep. There's cool. Mary, let's go with you next.
All right, let's see if this actually works. It's a crapshoot.
So is life. So it's okay.
All right. This is not the right. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Can you see it? Is
Says-
there a spaceship on your screen?
Yes, there
Yes.
is. Oh, that is awesome.
Woo!
I love that.
That
Isn't
looks
that
like
beautiful?
it looks like the ESO network.
Yeah.
logo
It
rocket ship.
does.
It does.
There you go.
It's not, but we can somehow take full credit for this anyway.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Not that I was thinking that at all.
And that's Mary in the spacesuit. So it's pretty awesome.
Right. That's once they every once in a while when they let me out of the airlock, there I am. This is by an artist named Scott Nellis, who is a bronze sculptor. He sculpts in wax and then casts in bronze and aluminum. And he's somebody very interesting guy. He quit art school, went cross country, ended up in Seattle, and there were a lot of small foundries there. And he started working in them and developed this beautiful retro style. And I love his work. It's just so cool.
Very
And
nice.
I think, it's one of those, I mean, I know it's on the expensive side, but it's one of those very special gifts for somebody who is really into like retro science fiction and like, here's a robot.
These are coin banks, we should say, for the listeners who are not looking at the.
Yeah, that's a
at
good
the screen.
idea. To
Yes.
you need to make sure.
They're coin banks, but I don't think I'd ever use them.
No,
They're just beautiful art. Sure.
Yeah, they're very, for those who can't see it, they're very steampunky looking, very retro,
Mhm.
like 50s sort of look.
Yeah, very Iron Giantish.
Yes. And just, if you want to support an independent artist this year, which I highly encourage you to do, these can be
Absolutely.
found on Etsy, and a lot of other beautiful things can also be found on Etsy, just to encourage you. And
I think
so,
that's awesome.
yeah, they really struck me. They have a lot of character in them.
That is awesome. That is really,
Very nice.
really awesome. I love the ironwork on this and the rivets, and just the look and feel of this is really, really cool.
Yeah, there's lots of little details in it
Mhm.
that yeah, you can tell he's put a lot of thought into these and spent a lot of time crafting them.
Are these
Mhm.
each handmade, or is it molds, or how's this working?
Well, he sculpts them in wax, and then he casts them in bronze. So he makes a mold out of
Oh,
the
that's
wax,
awesome. That's awesome.
and then he casts them in bronze, and some of them have aluminum pieces
Wow.
also.
That's got to take some time.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just beautiful work.
Oh yeah, I love that aesthetic, that kind of old timey, goofy
Mhm.
kind of 50s science fiction sort of robots and rockets, that kind of stuff. That 50s vision of the future
Mhm.
is just so charming, and these are beautiful.
Oh, I do
Mhm.
too. I mean, growing up, we used to have a science fiction Saturday. Saturday afternoons, we'd be in front of the TV watching the old 50s science fiction movies that they were replaying, and this reminds me of them so much.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Richard, I think we will go with you next.
All right, let's see. So now I have to try to figure this out.
I know, right?
Okay, folks, this might
This is
take a
like
couple minutes here.
Like I said, little bumps in the road,
All right,
but
hold on.
we'll get there.
Okay, Mary, you want to stop sharing?
I can try. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to
here
hit the
we go.
wrong button and stop recording. So,
Right.
oh,
Hey, that
very
worked.
cool.
Oh, neat.
That's very cool. So, what are we looking at? Richard, you're on mute. So we got his screen, but we lost Richard.
We lost his
Lost
voice.
his
He lost
audio.
his voice.
It was just too much to have them both at the same time.
It was like there we go.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we could hear you.
Okay. Can you see the screen still? Or
We
not?
could see. Yeah.
Yes, we
Yep.
can.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
We got both.
Okay, so all right, here we go.
Okay, welcome to the
Okay, so-
21st century, Mr. Richard.
So for the listeners,
Watch out.
Richard, now
Whoa.
talk us through what we're looking at.
Yes,
please.
for our listeners, what are we looking at?
Okay, so Masters of the Universe is big right now with the Origin line. So they've released so basically Mattel's going back and releasing all the Masters of the Universe characters, kind of like they were, but revamped and nicer, maybe more detailed. But if y'all didn't know, the Sun Man came out around the time that He-Man did. So I guess I don't know the official story, but I know a mother saw He-Man and obviously a lot of white characters, Caucasian characters, and so she wanted a hero for her son, and so she created a Sun Man and a lot of different ethnicities in that line, and so Sun Man was a thing back in the 80s. Well, Mattel embraced it, and now Mattel is putting it out in the He-Man line. So Target is doing a box set. You can buy these individually too. I can't actually remember their names. Sun Man, and then you have this great pig head guy. And then somebody looks like Namor, sort of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I was thinking more Flex Mantello, but that's okay.
yeah. But So yeah, so Sunman, flat top. So Sunman has the flat top. That's the details. So then the other guy is Space Sumo. That's his name. And then we have Pighead, which so you can tell they are just as inventive with their names as
The
He-Man.
He-Man guys. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so this is a box set. It's $50, but I do know that they have these in individuals too in the Origins line. But these are very 80s. They look just like the old He-Man stuff, and I just love this box set. I've seen it a few times in the store, and it just looks really good. It would look great wrapped under a tree, and then a kid opening it. They all come with weapons. I mean, so basically you get 3 really cool figures and accessories and stuff.
That is
They look
awesome.
they look
Nice.
very playable.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks really
Yeah,
fun.
they do.
But you don't want to take them
Yeah.
out of the box or they lose their value just like that. Yeah.
Kids, take them
Yeah.
out of the box.
Hey, these
Yes.
are these are just some that you can see, you know. Now they're putting toys in packaging where you can't even see the toy inside it. So
That's true.
you can still see the window.
Also, Richard, tonight I'm blaming you if I have nightmares that I'm being chased by a pig man with a mace,
That's fair. That is fair.
which is a nightmare I've been having recurring for years now. But now I'm going to blame it on you.
Now you have an image.
Yeah.
Now you know where it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a big muscle guy with a flat top.
But looking to see the whole Sunman story, I think is really cool, and just that Mattel is doing them now is also very cool because the old Sunman toys are super expensive. So
Mm,
That's awesome. That is really,
that's
really
very
cool.
cool. Cool. Mike, what you got?
What do I got? Let's see if I can share my screen. All right. Let's see.
If you can't, we've got problems.
Oh, I know. There we go. Let me know when you could see my screen. Boom and share. All right.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
A lot of times folks at the cons and at the different shows we go to see people wearing hockey jerseys or baseball
Mm.
jerseys with some of their favorite geek activities in it, or movies or TV shows. And it's by a company called Geeky Jerseys, which is an amazing, amazing company. And they're based, I think, out of the Midwest, and they have official licensed material from the different companies. This one is that I have up on the screen right now is Clerks. And it's licensed by Kevin Smith, even has licensed by Geeky Jersey with Kevin Smith's blessing. But if you go to the store, and they have all different types. They have stuff like Ugly
Oh.
Spuds, Maniacs, Gigawatts for Back to the Future, Bob's. I have like 2 or 3 of them at home. I have Spaceballs. I have, of course, The Big Lebowski, and I also think I might have a Silent Bob one. And
those are awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's-
I've seen so many of those Kevin Smith and Clerks different jerseys that these look great. These new ones look great. Yeah, a lot of them
Mhm.
have the 37 for the number, of course, because we know what 37 means from Clerks. But
Yeah.
I see that there's a Clerks one with a 94 on it, and I
Yep,
like that one
exactly.
too for the year the movie came out.
Movie,
Like
yeah.
the El Deuterinos, and Big Lebowski, and a lot of them you can actually put whatever you want on the back, numbers and
that's
everything.
Oh, cool.
So you
Customize them.
can customize them, and they go all the way from youth jerseys all the way up to basically goalies, which is like a G3, and
It's huge.
it's huge, yeah. And so it's pretty cool. I also have a TARDIS one, so there's Doctor Who also.
Awesome.
So, and half the times when I used to have them in my closet, I'd notice them missing, and I'd have to go looking, and they're sitting in William's closet. So it's like,
I like the Grimlock one, the Transformers, the 84.
and they're
Yeah,
they're not cheap, but they're not that bad. I think they're around $100 a jersey,
Mm.
and
that's fair.
it's just not iron-on; it's actually sewn in. A lot of them.
Wow.
So it's stitched in and everything. So I definitely highly recommend taking a look at geekyjerseys.com. And during, like, in the spring and everything, they do have, as you see down here, they have like the Time Lords, they have baseball jerseys and stuff like that
Oh,
too,
that's
Oh.
cool.
and everything. So it's pretty cool.
I
And
saw a
you,
Judge Dredd one in there too. I like that.
yeah, there's
Good stuff.
really cool stuff. I would definitely recommend it. It has Star Wars, it has video games, it has, Planet Express, good news, everyone, so, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I definitely would highly recommend that if you are ever interested in looking at geeky jerseys.
Nice. Those look really sweet.
There we go.
All right. I am
Finish off the first round, Mr. Mike.
Yes, share my screen here with a book as well. And let's see if we can get this. Okay, this is proving to be interesting. Sorry, the my settings aren't allowing me to share my screen. So hang on, let me just. I knew there was going to be a bump here.
Of course, there's a bump, and you know what? The great thing about it, the folks on YouTube get to see this. The audio people will not see this because this will be edited out. Exactly.
All right. So let's see if this works now. Okay.
There we go.
Yay.
Oh, what is this? A Sherlock
Oh.
Holmes Christmas adventure.
That
Awesome.
was-
Yes,
Fun.
absolutely. This is checks off a lot of boxes for me personally, and I know a lot of other geek folks as well. It's a Christmas adventure, but it's also a Sherlock Holmes mystery, and it's written by Bonnie McBird, who has written. This is her 5th Sherlock Holmes adventure. This one is obviously Christmas related, so it's kind of cool. And look, if there's nothing like Victorian about like I like Sherlock Holmes, I like Victorian era stuff, and there's like Christmas during the Victorian era is just like a perfect mix for me as well. So I'm really curious about this. But what really caught my attention is that it's illustrated by Frank Cho. Now, for those people who know Frank Cho,
awesome.
and I think that I hope this will work, but this is one of the illustrations. I know you people at
Oh,
home can't
wow.
who are listening to
That's
this can't see this,
beautiful.
but Frank Cho is pretty much known for his comic work, usually sexy women, not Bloom County. What's the name of his Liberty Meadows? Yes, cartoony stuff.
Look at the line work in that. That's just
but
amazing.
his
gorgeous.
He is a wonderful. He's probably one of the best illustrators of our time, I think, as well as far as his line work and his cross hatching and all that. Like, it's just gorgeous. And so that alone makes this. It's not a comic. This is not a comic. It's just got spot illustrations here and there on the story. But yeah, this is one that really caught my attention. It's available in hardcover and digitally, although why you'd want to get this digitally, I don't know. But if that, if you want to see it digitally, you can.
By the way, just advocating for the podcast listeners, the name of the book is...
Oh, yes. The name of the book is What Child Is This? A Sherlock Holmes Christmas Adventure by Bonnie McBird and Frank Cho. It is available, published by HarperCollins, and you can get it, though, anywhere, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, wherever you like to get books. If you got an indie bookstore, they can probably order for you if they don't have it already as well. It is available now. So it went on sale November 1st. So you should be able to get your hands on this. And as an incentive, if you happen to be in the area from now until the end of the year where Frank Cho is going to be at a convention, if you bring this book to him, he will illustrate a Sherlock Holmes illustration in it for you for free.
Nice.
Wow.
So at least that's what he said on his Facebook. So there's an added incentive for you too. If you just happen to be in the area
He
that
then
Frank
immediately
Cho is.
canceled all his convention.
I was going to say, he doesn't have any shows.
What have I done?
Yeah,
God,
right.
that's beautiful.
So, but Frank's a great guy. I was on a panel with him at Dragon Con, and I've always respected his work, and this is just a beautiful thing. So, this was a no-brainer for me. Christmas, Sherlock Holmes, Victorian era, Frank Cho, boom, sold.
Nice.
So that is our first round. I am stopping sharing now so everybody can see our beautiful faces. So let's see what else is under the tree. Mary, we're gonna start with you in this round.
All right. Let's see if the magic works twice.
Dun, 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 dun.
And sort of keeping with the steampunk theme.
Iron Giant.
yes.
Yes.
This is
Ooh.
one of the most beautifully animated movies I've ever seen. It's the Iron Giant, the signature edition, ultimate collector's edition.
You can
And,
still get the VH tape. Oh, that's awesome.
it's a Blu-ray and includes a lot of extras. There are some trading cards in it. There's a letter from Brad Bird who directed it.
I think this doesn't it come with a little figure?
And yes, it comes with a little figure.
Nice.
Wow. That's awesome.
But it's just, it's beautifully done.
I so love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
It's one of
And-
my
and-
favorites.
It's collector's editions like this that's put together so well with care that a lot of people are just getting stuff through streaming now. Not a lot of people are buying like actual hard copies of their movies and media and stuff. But for this, I mean, it's just the whole package.
Exactly. I mean, this would be such a special gift for someone, I think, especially someone who loves animation or who again loves that kind of retro sort of steampunk sort of 50s look. It's so well thought out. You can really tell that somebody put this together who really loved what they were doing. And I want to celebrate that. I want the craftsmanship that went into the movie and that went into creating the collector's edition. And it's fairly reasonable. I think it's about $45 or something like that.
For all that stuff,
Mhm.
that is
For
so
all the
worth it.
extras, that's a lot. So yeah, I would be thrilled, hint, hint, to get this.
Barbara, if you're listening, please pay attention to this one. That is awesome, Mary. That is a great one.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Very cool. A very good, worthy edition of a great movie. So definitely pretty cool. Kevin, what's next under your holiday tree?
All right. Again, I'm doing all books this year, so let me see what I have up next. I guess I did the Weird Al book to start. So here's a new book, a new autobiography coming out very soon by a friend of Weird Al's and someone I've been a fan of for practically my whole life, I suppose. Let me bring this up. This is Danger Will Robinson.
that's
Oh,
great.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Danger Will Robinson, The Full Mummy, a memoir by Bill Mummy.
That
And
is
yeah,
awesome.
I ordered this as soon as it was announced, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. It's a very extensive, nice, big, long book from Bill with loads of photos and stuff. So he put a lot of time and care into putting this together. So Bill Mummy, best known as Will Robinson, the little kid on the original Lost in Space. So I'm sure he's got lots of Lost in Space stories to tell. But what a career he had, certainly as a child actor on The Twilight Zone and everywhere else. And then his music projects, Fish Heads, Barnes and Barnes, and then onward to Babylon 5. And he's had a really remarkable career and just always came across as a thoughtful guy who was really interested in doing unusual work, interesting work, and kind of always going his own way. And also just always came across like a really good guy. And I've had the chance to meet him a handful of times over the years, and it just seems like really one of the good guys in the business. So I'm glad that he is going to tell his whole story now in this new book, Danger Will Robinson.
Man,
Awesome.
That's,
That
he
is a
said
great pick.
That is
such a
great
career,
pick.
and so many. He's been around Hollywood his entire life. I'm sure
Oh
there's
yeah,
I'm sure it's easier to name the people he hasn't met, right?
Right.
Oh, sure.
So I
Just legends
imagine
of
this
Hollywood that he worked with.
this
Everybody.
book
Yeah.
full of stories could be easily like 1,000 pages.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
That is awesome. Thumbs up, sir.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very cool.
All right. Who's next? Richard?
All right, let's see. So in piggybacking off of Mary's physical media pick, which I love physical media, so that's awesome. I'm going to choose physical media as well.
What do we got?
Work.
Okay. Got a steel book?
Can y'all still? Yeah. So yeah, it's the Nope Steelbook.
All right. Let's click on that one. There you go. There you go.
There you go. All right. So yeah, Nope is done by Jordan Peele, who can be kind of controversial. I mean, he had Get Out and Us. He did the new version of Twilight Zone, and Nope was his big hit this summer. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a horror movie, but more of a sci-fi thriller as well. There's some horrific moments, but it's a nice sci-fi twist too. But I love steelbooks, so I'm a big steelbook collector. I'm getting more and more as the passing days. So steelbooks, if you don't know, they're just really nice. They have a nice just shiny outside. And usually the artwork is different than anything you'll see anywhere. And this steelbook is the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital, so you get all the versions of the movie. But I really like the movie, so I think if you have a sci-fi or a horror fan in your life, this is a good one. It is a Best Buy exclusive, so you can only find it on at Best Buy, and I would suggest just buying it online because most Best Buy physical stores don't even carry physical media anymore, and if they
That's
do,
true.
this one is out most everywhere.
I
But
remember the days when they used to have racks and rows and rows
Yes.
of
oh
videos,
I
and
loved Best Buy for in that like 2005. Like I would find a ton of movies there, and now literally they have Black Friday stuff out, and it's just like they have like one main rack, and then they have those cardboard things with their Black Friday deals. Which do include some steelbooks as well. So steelbooks in general are a good one, but that Nope is really good. It's kind of like an anthology movie without being an anthology movie. So check it out.
that is awesome, dude. Awesome.
Great pick.
It looks beautiful too.
Yeah, I love the helmet on the back, which is in the movie. Yeah, I love the artwork on it.
Cool. Well, that is a good choice as well. I haven't seen that movie, but I'm curious about it. So
It's good.
Yeah, I've seen Get Out, and I think that's the only one of his I've seen. But
it's just it's such a different movie. It's the sound design in it is awesome. I don't know how it translates at home, but in the theater, the sound design was beautiful. Like it was just great. It was really good.
Put my sound bar to work.
Yeah.
That I got for Christmas last year. Okay. Well, speaking of exclusive items, I'm going to go next. That you'll get your chance, Mike, but I just feel like this is something that's going to be in your wheelhouse. So this is going to be a definitely something that if you haven't ordered it already, you may be interested to see this one as well. It's an exclusive item celebrating the 40th anniversary of one of my favorite movies. And let's see, here we go. You guys should be able to see it now. It is a pop figure of Khan from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, This is a, like I said, a Funko Pop exclusive to the Star Trek.com.
Wow, mate.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
This, yeah, I almost lost my geek cred right there.
Wow. We were about to get a
uh,
phone call from the Geek.
It remains to be seen whether or not I get to keep my card the rest of the night. But this is they've, I guess, the Pops have not made a con figure from the movie yet. They have one from the original series from his first appearance, but they don't have one from the movie yet. So this is perfect because it's the 40th anniversary, and you can get the figure by itself, and that'll cost you like $16, $17, something like that, plus shipping and all the other charges. But they've also got this special bundle, which includes an enamel pin that has our favorite Shatner phrase, "Cut," and they've also got like a sort of medallion that he wears around his the character wears in the movie around his chest, which is a broken sort of Federation symbol. So that comes with this as part of a necklace. So if you want to wear that around the house, you can. But it's very cool. It's for the con people in your life. And look, I went to StarTrek.com to look for ideas, and I couldn't stop scrolling. There is so much. We're in a great era of Star Trek now, and StarTrek.com, the store is full of merchandise from every incarnation. So whether you are a Prodigy fan, Discovery fan, Deep Space Nine fan, classic series, what have you, you'll be able to find something for the Star Trek fan in your life. No matter what incarnation of Star Trek is their favorite, you'll find something, whether they're figures or apparel or bed sheets or other items. It's actually a fun store to go to. And for years and years, I kept wondering, where's all the Star Trek merchandise? Because Star Wars had everything. You could get like Star Wars toothbrushes, Star Wars everything. But Star Trek was hard to find. You had some Mego figures and a few other things, but that was about it. But it's really nice to see that it's kind of exploded in a way that I don't think any of us could have predicted. I think it's not too long ago that we thought this franchise was pretty much dead, and it is very much alive and well. So, but my favorite movie is one of my favorite movies is the Star Trek 2. I saw it on the big screen this year, and I wish I could have brought my little con to the screening, but I'll have to wait. Now, that's the other thing.
That's a personal thing, Mike Gordon.
It will not ship before Christmas. As a matter of fact, right now, the schedule is at the end of February. So I would not expect this until the beginning of March, earliest, with everything that's been delayed. So yeah, you will have to, if you are going to give this to someone, you will have to sort of have a little placeholder in the stocking or what have you. But I think it's well worth it. It's a nice package. So that is my my pop item, and I hope I didn't steal your thunder, Mike. I don't know if you have any pops on your Christmas or holiday list
this time. No pops.
Wow.
No pops this time. No. So
Fun.
Funko should really be worried about that if there's no pops on my list. But for my list, it actually kind of carries into something that Kevin actually brought up. And I'm going to show you guys real quick. I have for you. When I went to go see Weird Al in the spring, they had a treasury book that his drummer actually put out, John Bermuda Schwartz, who's been with Weird Al since the very beginning. And a lot of people don't know that John is also a very good photographer. And so John had been he created a book, and he created all black and white images from the early years of, them getting started, from them being on tour. And it was all black and white, high quality photos and such. And he decided that, the first book was so popular, he gathered up information for a second book. And this one's in color. And this is from 1981 till 2006 images. And this is the, you know, the heyday of a lot of the Weird Al stuff. And the photos in this are just amazing. It's called Lights, Camera, Accordion, Eye-Popping Photography of Weird Al Yankovic from 1981 to 2006. Available on, of course, our friends at Amazon. And it was released just November 15th, so just a couple days ago. And the photos are just awesome in this. And you could go in and see some of the photos, and you on YouTube, you can actually really, you know, that was his first drum kit, was that he just did it on, they didn't even have money for a drum kit on it. And so they literally just banged, like when you hear Another One Rides the Bus, he's just banging the travel case for it that they had for the amplifier. And it was pretty awesome. And it was just a really neat experience. And some of the pictures, you know, getting to see them, you know, prep for some of the, when they were dressed up and everything for the different videos, and, you know, behind the scenes stuff, you know, Amish Paradise, which anyone who saw the movie Weird, you know, got a little bit of a peek at that. So it was pretty cool. So there's
That's
just
great. Yeah,
there's
the first book, the book that came out earlier that was for sale on the tour this year, black and white and weird all over, and yeah, that was all black and white photos, and from a very limited time span. It was those early 80s photos. It was like the video shoots for I Love Rocky Road and for Ricky and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's great. But yeah, this looks like just such more expansive and covering, 25 years or so.
exactly
That there's going to be some fascinating stuff in this.
exactly
In the
Exactly.
days when Weird Al was starting, we didn't have color film then.
No, of course
that
not.
was the days of black and white film.
And yeah, John Bermuda Schwartz, Weird Al's drummer, he's also just been kind of the archivist of Weird Al's career all along. So this is just another aspect of that, is that he was clicking his camera away through it all. He was just always taking pictures of everything.
Oh.
So he has tons of photos to share.
And
I've
it's
been
great
to,
because each
I've
photo
gone to
also,
like presentations that he's put on, just sharing this. He's got amazing video and photos of just everything.
it's pretty awesome because each picture also has a little story with it, and, you know, describing about it. And like at the end of the Eat It video, where, you know, he has the cat eyes and everything, like Thriller,
Yep.
those are basically golf or like ping pong balls painted, and Al couldn't even see anything. So they had to direct him, like, you know, tell him to how to do everything because he was literally blinded in it and everything. It's just really, really awesome to see the stuff. So it's pretty cool. So definitely.
Absolutely.
So and it's another book, you know, we're making you think and read.
Another book and another weird. I mean, people can have a really Weird Al holiday this
Multiple
year.
Weird
Like,
Al books under the tree.
there's
this
like
year.
and Weird Al adjacent books. So yeah, that could be. I think with all this promotion with Weird Al lately, I think this is where he's definitely making a bid for the Hall of Fame next year to be on the ballot.
You better believe it.
I mean, it
Absolutely.
worked for the Go-Go's, right? Like they had their documentary come out, and all of a sudden, boom, they were on the and they got in. So I don't know, but in any case, that's cool. That's really nice too. I love watching. I like seeing rock photography.
And it's
Last
cool.
I
year,
have a freaky Weird Al mug right here.
Yes.
Look how disturbing this. Look at that.
yes,
Yes.
you do.
It's hideous.
Wow,
It's just
that
so
is freaky.
bizarre and wrong.
All right.
It's just like Weird Al's head as a mug. It just freaks me out every time I look at it.
While we contemplate that or try to get our bearings from seeing that, I think we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with our third round of gifts.